My bad. Saw me.
Jacob, what was the big difference between the second half and first half?
Defensively, in the first half, we were horrible. 100% horrible. We talked about it at halftime that it's about pride, and we had to take our pride away and just play defense, and that's what we did in the second half. We were gritty. We played for one another in the second half, and we didn't let them get a lot of threes off in the second half. So that was the main difference.
One of the things Cal talked about last week was the interior defense. He said he talked to the team after and said you raised your hand in the locker room. I guess how much of that is just the mentality? Or?
Yeah, it's just mentality to whoever's in front of you, don't let them score, period. And that's the mentality I have. Whoever you put in front of me, I'm not letting them score. And that's what we did out there. We definitely improved in our interior defense, but you've seen that we lacked our posterior or exterior defense. So that's what we have to work on now, and that's what we're going to work on.
This being your first game of the season, did you live up to your expectations coming in?
I mean, I was just going in worrying about the team, what I can do to help the team win, and I think I did some of that.
How'd it feel to just get back out there too today?
It felt good. I was definitely excited before the game. I didn't want to get too excited because that's when things get into my head. So I stayed mellow. I stayed ready for the moment, and when my name was called, I was ready to perform.
Cal talked about the next man up, and he mentioned that when you came into the game, you just brought, an energy that was at a different level. Did you, would you just get into feeling it, or?
I mean, that's who I am. I take that personally. I'm an energy guy on and off the court, so I'm gonna bring the energy wherever, and that's who I was. Defensively, I want to bring the energy, and offensively, I want to grab rebounds. Defensively, I want to grab rebounds. So that's just my inner pride. I want to grab every rebound. I want to stop whoever's in front of me. So that's just who I am as a person. I'm an energy guy, and that's what I did for this team today.
How forward are you guys looking playing in Madison Square Garden?
Well, we have a lot to work on. So we're going to worry about the practices tomorrow that we have, and we're going to use today as a learning lesson, and we're going to learn from it and just get better from it, and then we'll worry about the game Tuesday.
What do you think are the biggest things y'all need to work on between now and Tuesday?
So we worked on our interior defense. Now we have to work on better guarding the three ball. We played well offensively. We could have did some things better, but defensively, that's what we really need to work on because we want to be a defensive-driven team. So that's what we're going to work on coming into the game Tuesday.
It seems like it kind of starts with Severe on that end.
Yeah.
Does energy trickle down from him, I guess?
100%. Once he's bringing the energy, it's going to want everyone to bring the energy. So it's just a domino effect. Once one person does it, everyone's going to do it. So he did that tonight, and everyone just fed off of that.
Having some adversity, and we're used to seeing just a young Kentucky team, but you have so many experienced guys. Do you think that, what did it show tonight that you guys were able to handle that adversity, and how much did that veteran experience help?
I think it was good for us, to be honest, because it's early in the season, so we needed some adversity. Coming into the season, we played Duke first game, so that was definitely good for us. We learned from it. Now we're just gonna go back, watch film, and just learn from it and get better.
You personally, how you feeling health-wise? You feeling pretty close to 100%?
I'm 100%.
Good.
I'm good.
Down low, you stressing about that dog mentality of offensive boards, getting into the paint, and you were doing that tonight. Just how much does he preach just trying to be a dog every minute you're on the floor to earn minutes?
If you're not a dog, you're not going to play under Cal. That's what he wants. He wants people who's going to dive on the floor, get those rebounds, play gritty. He wants players like that, and that's what I did today.
How's your head?
It's good.
Good. All right, good.
Yeah.
The Miles guys kept saying they were waiting for Severe to get tired.
He doesn't get tired. Nope. I've never seen Severe get tired at all. He just doesn't get tired. I don't know how. I think nope, he doesn't get tired.
I mean, that's asking a lot for a guy to sustain that for as many minutes as he plays.
Yeah, we're grateful for Xavier. He does a lot for us. He's a floor general, but especially on the defensive end, he's very driven to play defense and stop whoever's in front of him. And I like that because that's what I am too. So I like him a lot as a player.
I don't remember him being.
They were a very aggressive team on the boards. We didn't rebound as well. They spaced the floor very well. They got into the paint. They dished it out and made threes. So we have to work on just guarding the three ball and also guarding interior defense. So we're gonna work on that.
What do you think of Sadier's impact on the game?
It was great. I love it because I'm an energy guy myself, so I loved watching him play. He did amazing, honestly. He had like 4 plays back-to-back where he was impacting the game, and I like that for him because that's the player he has to be for this team.
Coach was saying that he said you're almost like a coach out there, kind of talking to
100%.
guys. What sort of stuff does he say?
He's just keeping us in check. So if someone's doing something wrong, he's gonna hold us accountable. If we running a play, like he'll tell everyone where to go, where to be at the right spots. So he's definitely a floor general. He knows what he's doing at the point guard position, and he's just a really good point guard.
And tell me, forgive my ignorance, what was your injury?
I just had a minor shoulder injury that I was working with.
How did you do it? How did you hurt it?
It happened in practice overtime. Like it just got sore, so I got it checked out. It was just a minor shoulder injury.
How do you feel now?
I'm good now. I'm 100%.
Jacob, your thoughts on how Kellen played tonight?
He played great. He had a little slump in the last game where he couldn't make a shot, and it's okay. Like, we're human. We don't make shots one game, we're gonna make shots the next game. So he got into, I've seen him the last few practices. He's been working hard on his shot, like just getting ready for this next game, and it showed.
What role do you think you can play, Jacob?
Energy guy. I think I showed tonight that I could be that energy guy who grabs the rebounds, plays defense, and just does all the gritty stuff. I like doing it, so I'm gonna take pride in it and do it well.
Cal's talked a lot about earning your minutes in these exhibition games. Was that something you were thinking about tonight? Were you wanting to earn some minutes with your PT?
100%. Like everyone knows, I was coming back from injury, so I was the 11th man. So obviously, once my time came, I had to perform, and that's what I did.
You guys are going to the next game Sunday, correct?
Yes, sir.
What I'm assuming you're going to see Obi.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Really?
Just to be back home. I'm excited because I haven't been home in a minute, so I'm definitely excited for that, and for my brother to watch me play in MSG the day after. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a surreal moment.
How much family will be there?
A lot.
Thanks.
Just how hard was the Champions Classic last year? Just playing in that warehouse of you could hear all the shoes squeaking and the ball bouncing. Just kind of how rough was that environment last season?
It was pretty rough because like going into a game, like you're not gonna, like no fans. It's like a scrimmage almost. So like you have to really be like mentally locked into the game plan and just really locked into like what you need to do for the game. So it was pretty hard. Having fans back is great. We all love it. So it's definitely a thing that we look forward to playing at MSG with all those fans. It's gonna be fun. The energy that the fans bring, it's definitely better than not having fans.
After all the adversity that you guys went through this past season, do you feel like there's this build-up moment for the history behind the Coach K's final game and full stadium, Madison Square Garden, you returning home? Is there like that kind of big hype factor for you?
I mean, we kind of just worry about like what we need to do to win the game. We try not to worry about other things because that's when like you start thinking, and that's when you can play bad. So we really focus on like what we can do as a team to win the game, and that's what we're gonna do.
Was there a point in the first half where I don't want to say that not panic, but it was just frustrating trying to shut them down from the perimeter?
We go into every game. Every team that comes to play us, it's their Super Bowl. So they came in the game shooting 70% from the three. Like, you can't do nothing about that. All we had to do in the second half was stop them from shooting threes, and that's what we did.
How simple was that? Make that adjustment? Just get
It was-
the hand up, or just really kind
It was more about pride. Just man your guarding, don't let them score. And we took more pride in the second half of not letting our man score from the three or in the paint. So that's what we did.
Cal said that you all had to work on not throwing the big fish that much? What did he tell you?
So from the last game, we didn't really play our post defense very well. So that's what we worked on for the past 2 days, or past week, and we got away from guarding three balls. So now we got to go back. We got to work on post defense, and we got to also work on guarding three balls. So that's what we're going to do these next couple of days.
It's like Super Bowl for you guys on Tuesday night too. World Series, big game. What's your thought on Kentucky Duke?
I'm excited. We're all excited, but we're not going to get too excited because that's when things go bad. You feel me? So we're just going to look forward to these few practices. We're going to watch film. We're going to learn from it, and hopefully we better ourselves to be prepared for Duke.
You've been on two pretty unique Kentucky teams. Last year, so young. This year, I hear that it's one of the most experienced college basketball-wise that Cal has had. Do you notice a change in the way that he's coaching you guys, or you in particular? Is he different this year than he was last year?
So last year we had a lot of young guys, so he had to do most of the coaching. But this year we have a lot of vets, and we do the coaching on the floor. So Xavier, he's a very good coach on the floor. He's a floor general who makes sure everyone's in the right spots, everyone's doing the right things. So we have a couple guys like Xavier who can coach on the floor, and it just leaves the pressure off of Coach Cal because he doesn't have to coach as much.
Both Xavier and Washington, they can pass the ball too. What does that do for a guy like you who's on the other end, the recipient of their passes?
It's good. It's not only good for me because they could get into the paint very easily and they could dish out to all of our shooters who could shoot the ball. And like you've seen today, they could throw alley-oops to not just me, to other people on our team, like D-Law, Lance, Oscar. Like, they could throw lobs, and they're seeking that. So it's just good for our team.
Is your head okay? We were sitting way up there and we heard that.
I'm good, yeah.
Are you okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.